Hello. So sorry we ain't been around.
Yeah, we had a week off because of all sorts of muck.
Yeah, I went to Budapest.
Is it?
Yeah, lovely.
On politics?
Eh?
On politics, on business, on benefits.
I went basically for a relax. There's a spa there. You go in a natural spring spa, and it's meant to be good for you in some way. I mean, it certainly cleans you out if you sit on all the natural muck and that.
What, it all comes out your bum?
Yeah. I mean,
all the stuff you've had up there.
Yeah, it's awful. And I'd actually managed to. I smuggled a couple of bottles of Mackeson's stout,
right?
And they come bubbling up to the surface. A couple of German tourists. That's you smuggling in. So
I'm not smuggling. I just didn't have space in my suitcase.
Exactly. You know what they're like it's on Wizz Air. You're only allowed a certain amount in.
Yeah.
The stuff I stuffed in my case to get it there, to get it
to the other country.
The other country, bedding,
yes,
potatoes, frying pan, all the stuff is cement. I had a couple of bags of cement in it. Imagine what you can pack in.
Yeah, cabbage.
Cabbage I had.
Spade.
You know that
some lime.
Slime.
Lime.
The lime.
Yeah.
Oh, lime. And
lime.
I had a couple of, my spirit level, and I just had a couple of bricks.
Bricks.
Reclaimed bricks.
I was asked to go over there to do some building.
I remember. Go on, yeah.
And they said, you come over to do some building? I said, yeah, of course. And I won the contract to do the building work.
Right.
It's build a house, basically.
Right.
And I mean, like I said, it was lost in translation because I said to them frequently, I said, I've never built an house before in my life, Right. And they said, that's all right, it doesn't matter. Just come over and build the house. Right? I said, all right. I said, I didn't really think about how I was going to do this.
Right.
And I thought to myself, well, I don't want to buy the parts over there because I don't speak the language. I don't know how I'm going to ask for
of course.
All the bricks and the bits of roof and stuff. So I put as much of it as I could in the suitcase, right, to get over there. Like in the first round, I went over to a couple of bags of cement, about 50 bricks and a shovel and some wood, and I thought, right, well that'll get the first bit done, you know. So I got over there.
The footings.
Well, it should get the footings done. Yeah. Get over there and I start building away. And very quickly, within about half a day, I'd laid 50 bricks, and I was like, "Oh shit, okay." Well, I had to get back on a plane, go home and buy some more bricks.
Wicks.
50 bricks, and then I come back again and bought, that went on for like months and months and months. It cost me £150,000 to build the house. All right. And I sold the house for 10 grand. Yeah. So it wasn't. It was. You live and learn. Though,
you do. But with that British craftsmanship,
that's what they want.
That's what they want. Yeah. I mean, it's all very well them saying, "Oh, the Eastern Europeans come over here."
That's right.
I mean, when I know they're very good craftsmen, the Eastern Europeans, but
cheap and all.
Yeah, I decided, Margaret says to me, "Oh, we want an extension, Barry, for when the dog comes in, for the washing and all that." And I thought about asking them, what was that Eastern European bloke? I know, vodka. It's around the corner. Stanislav Vodka. Vodka. So I said, "Vodka."
Yes. Hello, vodka.
Listen, we're thinking of having an extension built, right?
Oh, yes, okay.
Yeah, he wants to cut all the corners, all the safety. Right. Anyway, I thought, it can't be beyond the nous of a British fella like me to build it.
You knocked that on the side.
I didn't have a fucking clue what I was doing.
No.
Mark,
where did you start?
Well, I got a tray I bought.
Well, you have to put an hole in the current building, didn't you?
I put a hole in it, yeah. Anyway, that was in the wrong wall. She said, "No, Margaret, over there." So I smashed that out.
That up.
Then she said, "You want the footings?" So I got a couple of trays from John Lewis, laid them down, sellotaped them together.
A nice Union Jack tray.
Yeah, Union Jack tray, just to make the point, sort of.
Yeah.
Now, I said, "Now, what do I need now? She said, you need bricks. I should have come to you.
Okay.
I got a couple of bricks, down there by the embankment by the railway.
Yeah.
I saw some discarded bricks, different sizes, stuck together, and I thought it was an absolute piece of shit. I had to get the couch.
What you use for the roof?
Oh, blimey, paper mache. Just...
Well, that's very nice in the summer.
Oh, in the summer, it's
nice and cooling. Yeah, it cools the place down. But
one bit of rain and it just falls through. Yeah. But, British craftsmanship.
Yeah, you live and you learn.
Buy British, live and learn, live and learn.
See what happened to me the other day. Very interesting business.
Yeah.
I'm sat home on the sofa.
Right.
And all of a sudden, this is knock, like this. Yeah, on the door, and I thought, hello, hold on, please, I says, please, I'm washing my under.
Yeah.
I'll turn it off with my stick, and then I'll get up. I'll get up and I'll go over to the door. Yeah. And I'm thinking, nothing actually. I'll just open the door and I say, hello. And there's nobody there.
Oh, not down Ginger?
No, not down Ginger. Right. Not down Ginger. Right? I'll shut the door, go for the well, Anyway, I get my stick and I'll
poke
that back on.
Yeah, poke the telly back.
Yeah. Poke the telly back on from the sofa because the remote control's gone out the window.
Right.
And I'm watching a bit of Mind, and there's this noise. This is scratching at the door. Scratch. I'm thinking, what the shit is that?
Yeah. Of course.
There's no cats here. Anyway, I get out, go back over to the door, and there's a letter on the doormat.
Right.
Well, I'm thinking, ooh, what's this? So I have a look at the front, and it says Angelos, dear Angelos, but it was written in, like rollerball.
Yeah.
With all the numbers, all the letters look like numbers, all sort of space age.
Yeah, okay, right? Space age.
Space age letters. It says dear Angelos, but in space age sort of letters.
Bloody hell, right.
And I'm thinking, who's this from,
Yeah.
Anyway, I open it up, right? And it's just a letter. It's a letter, and it says, dear Angelos, all in space age sort of lettering.
Space age lettering, yeah.
She says, I'm from another planet.
Oh, Christ.
And you've been very hard to get hold of.
Right.
And to be honest with you, we've come down once before, a couple of days ago, but we went to America, and we went and had a word with your leader, Donald Trump. But he's a bit of a prick, it seems, so we're not going back there.
No.
So what we want you to do, Angelos, and we've chosen you.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, what's this?
Yeah, cool.
We've chosen you. We want you to go and build a rocket ship, or a ship that we will tell you how to build, right?
Bloody
and
hell.
Come and see us, right?
Yeah.
And we've chosen you to do that.
Right. What did they sign it? Aliens?
Yeah, aliens.
From outer space in brackets.
From outer space. And there was a big number, like 7891 through AM.
Like
AM, like some sort of code. I just thought, I ignored it because I didn't really understand what it meant.
Right,
yeah.
okay.
Anyway, he's got this letter. This is cover note.
Yeah.
Right? And up there in the top right-hand corner, there's an address, like Mars and that. Or beyond Mars, as is. Right.
Yeah, no postcodes.
No postcodes.
No.
That's what the numbers was.
Well, maybe.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
You're not Patrick Moore, are you?
No.
Christ's sake.
Patrick Moore. Right. Anyway, this is right. Instructions to build not rocket, but like space vessel, right, on the next page. PTO, it says. Right, so I'll turn it over. And there's an enormous list of like items and things that I'm going to need
to purchase.
Yeah, I'll go and purchase them, right? And on there's like bricks, and there's like bits for roof, and like like wood panel roof,
right?
And like slates,
right?
Windows,
Yeah, well, you've got to be able to see.
Yeah,
disappearing.
But it's just like Everest windows, right?
Oh, the best.
And then underneath it's got in brackets fit the best. I'm thinking,
yeah.
I don't know how they know that, right?
Right.
And it's like door, there's bog, right? There's all China bog and all this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And it's all priced up, like And then underneath is a little thing that says, if you go to Wix, this is the price you're going to pay for this, all this stuff,
okay.
right? And I'm
priced up in sterling, or they're out of space?
It's all in sterling, right? And then next to the sterling price, you add this
astral groats.
Like
astral groats. 3 astral groats.
Yeah, exactly. And it says in that column, it says, ignore this because you don't work in this currency, right? I says okay.
Right,
so I'm looking at the
sterling,
pound sterling, right?
Okay.
Something I can get me head round.
Yeah, of course.
Anyway, I thought, Christ, well, I better get on. And it says, when you bought all this stuff, right, bring it to this address, and we can.
Intriguing.
Yeah, we can set it up from there. It says.
What is that? Area 51 or where was it?
It's an address, like an open bit of land round in Neaston.
Oh, okay, bloody hell.
Loads of stuff, and they says you're probably going to need a flatbed lorry to buy all this stuff, right?
Okay, we'll hire it.
Yeah, hire one, and there's again you can get that from Thrifty. And there was a pound sterling and groats as well next to that. I thought, okay. And they said, if you ain't got the cash for this, we understand. As aliens, we do understand this.
Yeah.
Stick it on your, what you would call credit card, but we would call Grimthwolp, right? And I was...
Right,
and I'm going, oh, well, I don't know what Grimthorpe
exciting.
Is. Presumably that is like their credit card.
Yeah,
right.
Exciting.
Oh, God, Christ, I was over the moon. Right, very excited. Right. So I've gone down Wix and I've gone round there with Kieran. Yeah. And I says, I'm going to need bricks, I'm going to need a bog, I'm going to need windows. And they says, are we building a house? I says, no, I'm not building a house, no.
Did you tell them what it was?
I says, I was up front about it. I says, I'm building a space vessel to fly to meet the aliens who've come down and, they don't like the look of the place.
Right.
And he says, okay. And then we get to the till and it's like, as they predicted.
You got your Grimthorpe out?
I didn't get that out. I got out my credit card, my egg. Yeah. And I stuck it on there. And it come to like £55,000.
Jesus Christ.
And I thought, well, I better put it on the card. Yes. Because I don't have that in the account. Right. I used all my money to try and bail out Thomas Cook.
Right? I remember you did, yeah.
Yeah. Right, so I put it all on the credit card. And I'm thinking to myself, it's okay because... when I get to their planet, they can reimburse me, but not in their astral growth. So I will request like proper
sterling,
pound sterling.
Yeah. You get your receipts.
Yeah, get all my receipts. I'm not gonna fly out there without receipts.
No,
right?
Exactly.
So I've got all this stuff, stuck it on a flatbed lorry. I've driven around to the address that they give me on the astral note. Right. Yeah. I've got there. And I'm met by this bloke, he called himself Xenon, right?
Xenon, yeah. But was he a human being?
No, well, I don't know. He's got a cloak on. Okay. And he's about 7 foot tall. Right. And he's got this cloak right over his face and this, like, rubber face, And he's just stood there and he's gone... Hello, Angelos.
I am Xenon.
I'm Xenon, right? I says, he says, bow before me. So I get down on my knee, right? Yes. And he says, have you got all that stuff from Wix? He says.
Yeah, right.
I says, yeah, I've got it all, Xenon. Got all the stuff from Wix and I bunged it on the credit card. He says, good, he says.
You have done well.
You have done well. You have succeeded the first task. Yeah. He says, now, he says... And he says, he doesn't move, by the way. He's like just stays there still, right?
7 foot
7 foot tall. Yeah. And I'm thinking, I says, do you want to come and have a look at it, Jen? And I thought I'd try it out. He goes, no, I'll stay here if you don't mind. I'm not moving if you don't mind. He says, right. I says, all right.
Right.
And I says, okay. I says, what do you want me to do? He says, unload the van.
Right.
Just bung everything down here. I says, well, it's going to take quite a long time. It's a lot of stuff. He says, that's all right.
So you want to help? No.
I says,
help.
Could you come and help me, Zen? He says, no, I'll stay if you don't mind.
Right,
says,
yeah.
I said, well, there's some heavy stuff. He says, I'll send 2 of my minions to help you.
Oh, Christ.
Right?
Yeah.
And he says, Paul, you and Lee coming out, Angelos, take the stuff off the flatbed truck.
Yeah, right.
I says, Zen, what's happened to your boys? He went, oh, well, that's how I speak to them.
To humanoids. Were they human?
They were humanoids.
Yeah.
They were humanoids.
Right.
Yeah. And Paul and his mate come, and they helped me take all this stuff off the flatbed lorry and put it on the floor, right? And I says, what? I says to Zenon, what do you want me to do with the lorry? He went, take it back to Wicks, he says.
Yeah,
I says, oh. I says, okay. Won't we need it to transport the... transport the vehicle once we've created it. He says, "Oh no, we don't bother with that. Just take the lorry back to Wicks." Like that.
Okay, yeah.
I says, "Shall I do that? Well, maybe we'll build the craft first, and then I'll take it back." He went, "No, don't worry about it." He says, "We'll take it from here." Yeah.
Right.
I says, "But Zenon, once it's all built and that." When do I fly up there? He says, "Oh no, you're not going to do."
Well, he says he's going to do it, not you.
Yeah, he says, "No, it's for me."
It's a bit off, isn't it?
I'm going to fly back up there. He says.
So not me.
I says, hold on. I thought you was contacting me and you give all the stuff from Wicks and that and price it all up, and I was going to fly up there.
Yeah, cool.
He says, "No, you got the wrong end of the stick." He says.
Yeah.
He says. I says, "Well, what about my credit card bill?" He says, "Well, someone will be in touch from my planet to reimburse you with that." You know. And I'm thinking, oh, should you? Anyway, I drove the van back to Wicks. Yeah. And I go home and I'm thinking, that's a funny old business, that Zenon and Paul and all that. Yeah. And I've just sat there and I couldn't get it out of my mind.
Yeah, of course.
I'm thinking, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Anyway, I thought, right, and in the end, curiosity's got the better of me. You know, I've gone round there and I've thought, right, I'm going back there. And when I get back there, they built this 2-story house.
Bloody hell.
Yeah. And
did it have rockets underneath?
Oh, well,
rocket
this is the thing,
or...
right? I'm thinking, what's going on here? Yeah. You know? And I knock on the door, and this bloke answers the door. Yeah. He goes, "Hello?" And I go, "Hello, it's Angelos here." And he goes, "Oh, hold on, please."
Yeah.
Anyway, he goes off into the kitchen, and he says, "Right, come in." When I get in there, he's like, this bloke is like now 7 feet tall again. Yeah. And he stood on a box. I think he stood on a box. I says, "Are you Zenon?" He went, "Yeah, I'm Zenon, yeah." I says, "What's happened to your voice?" He says, "Oh, I haven't got my microphone on today."
Okay,
you know, like
yeah.
I says, all right. I says, how's the rocket going? You know, how's the spaceship going?
Yeah.
He went, "Yeah, it's all right. It's just that we haven't, we just haven't finished putting the rocket boosters on yet."
Okay.
And I'm thinking to myself, I think you've just built an house here. And I didn't want to say nothing to him. I didn't want to say, I think you got your specifications wrong.
Well, you don't want to incur the wrath of...
would you want to incur the wrath of an alien race?
No.
You know, if they can get to me that easily just by sticking a letter from my door.
Open up his cape and there's a fucking...
Well, you don't know.
You know what's
a laser beam.
A laser beam.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so I've just, and I said, "Look, you've built an house here." He went, "No, we haven't built an house. This is a spaceship, but we just haven't. We've balls out the rockets and that." And I'm thinking to myself, Angelos, don't get on the wrong side of these people because they could blast you off into space, right? And you could be absolutely up shit's crease.
Mm-hmm.
So I went home and I thought, I'm not going to tell. You're the first person I told.
Well, mate, I think they've appealed to your better nature.
Yeah.
I think your history with space travel is, it's well known. It's well known that you're very keen on that.
I love space travel.
No, I know you do.
Hello, my darlings. It's me, Anna Mann, actress, singer, welder. Gotta have a backup. I've been in everything, my darlings, and I've been cut from most things. However, I will not be cut from one thing, and that is my own podcast, Talking to Actors with Anna Mann, where I meet those rarest of creatures, the actors. That's Talking to Actors. Look out for the new series starting soon on The Great Big Owl.
Pretty much so. I mean, I've been ripped off by people. I'm not proud of it. I was at home with Mark. Do you remember?
You haven't been ripped off by aliens, have
No, timeshare. Bloke knocks on my door. He goes, "Hello." He's got all the flannel. Got all the flannel.
They have though.
He knows.
Tie you up in knots.
Yeah, he's going, "Oh, do you like holidays?" I'm panicking. Yeah, I like holidays.
Yeah.
You like going out. You like the sun, do you?
My favourite thing.
Yeah, I love the sun. Yeah, drinking at bars at night. I love all that. Coastal areas. Yeah, he's got all the buzzwords. He's saying all the buzzwords to do with holidays. Larker, he's gone.
He's gone like outside.
Outside. He said all the buzzwords that tickle your fancy.
Yeah.
Boobs and that. Boobs on the beach.
Swimming pool.
Swimming pool is there. Fatty foods.
The sun.
Sangria. He said all this. He bamboozled me. Anyway, he's gone to me. If you sign here all your pension and all your savings, and bear in mind, I've worked for 60 years, I've got at least £150 in savings.
That's it.
So if you sign this away for this timeshare, he says it's in Belize.
Oh, right.
He says it's right in a tropical island. He's like, if you sign this away now, idyllic, yeah. You can go on holiday with your good lady. Is this your wife? Is it? I go, yeah. He guessed it's my wife. Yeah. Anyway, so he says, sign this away. You can't go sometimes. No, year,
exactly. Yeah.
Anyway.
And did he show you a photo of the place?
He showed me a photo of the place, and it looked absolutely superb.
You said it looked like the Taj Mahal.
I said it looked like the Taj Mahal.
Yeah.
But he said, no, that's similar architecture. Anyway. A couple of weeks later, something arrives in the post, all these photos. Congratulations!
Champagne corks.
All that going on. He said, you have successfully applied for your timeshare. So I looked down all the small print. It goes, you're allowed one afternoon, right? In mid-February to go there, right?
How much did you pay for this?
Well, all my savings, £150, which I didn't have. No. Then I had to draw out £15,000 to pay for it.
But a certificate?
I got a certificate. Anyway, I'm allowed one afternoon there. So we're going out in February. We've booked to go out there. It's not actually the Taj Mahal, but it is in India, right?
Oh, right. And India in Belize?
Well, it's not really Belize, but it did have an asterisk, may not be Belize, it says.
Yeah.
Right. So then we're allowed to get the phones ringing. Idiot. So anyway, so we're flying out there in February. I've got what he's done is, he said, you'll have one on. Now, by the time we get there, I figured it out on the itinerary. Right. We'll have 12 minutes to enjoy it.
Chill out.
To really chill out. Yeah. It's going to be military precision.
Yeah, we have to really focus.
Really chill out. And then we've got to catch a plane back. But, look, I own property. I own property out there.
You can pass that down to your kids.
Well, exactly. That's right.
I'll tell you what, I got ripped off earlier.
Go on.
I was thumbing through...
Razzle?
No, not that one. I was thumbing through Dalton's Weekly.
Right.
I'm thumbing through that, looking for cars to buy.
Right.
Okay. I see this one, Escort, right?
Yeah.
Ford Escort, not an Escort, right?
Yeah.
Ford Escort,
right.
£1,200.
Yeah.
Right. Beautiful spec, lovely model.
Yeah.
£1,200 includes delivery, right? We deliver it to you.
Yeah.
And I thought, that is beautiful. So I'll get on the phone.
Bargain.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll get on the phone. I says, hello there, I'm ringing about the Escort. I bet you've had loads of people ringing in about this. He says, you wouldn't believe it. We've had so many people ringing about this, right? I says, well, I've got cash. I'll pay cash. I'll send the cash to you right now. And he says, yes, send it now, please, because if you want this delivered.
Yeah,
he says, when do you want it delivered? I says, I want it delivered well, where are you? He says, well, we're up in Dunstable.
Right, okay.
I says, well, that's quite a long way away. He says, don't worry, we'll get it to you.
Yeah.
We'll get it to you, we'll get it to you tomorrow morning.
Right.
I'm like, all right, fantastic. All right, so I sent the 1,200 quid in the post. And he's well, I think he's trying to find it. I didn't send it in the post. No, I sent it by courier. Right, it cost me £200 to send this 1,200 quid. Right.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So it's cost me. I'm in for 1,400 quid for a drive a car. Right. I say. Anyway, I'm very excited. Of course, I go to bed that night thinking, oh my God, I'm going to have
what
a
you
new
do
car.
With it?
We go out and we
Leopard
come
covers
and shoot and I'll get a bird and all
go
that
down
stuff.
market for the train.
Yeah, lovely. Anyway, I wake up really early, like 5 a.m, very excited about getting my car, thinking, Christ almighty,
Yeah.
beautiful. Anyway, 9 o'clock, knock on the door, bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, he's here. And I open the door, and there's a bloke standing there with a pig.
Oh, Christ.
And I said,
You said, what's going on?
I said, what's that?
Yeah.
And they said, this is the pig. I says, yeah, but I bought a car.
Yeah.
I went, no. It's a pig you bought. I says, in the advert, it says it's a car, right?
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, but if you check the small print at the bottom, right? And I thumb the car, I get the paper out of the bin, and I look through it, and it says fraud escort, 3 previous owners.
That's it.
5,000 miles on the clock, sky blue turbo boost, CD player, beautiful motor. It's a beautiful motor. 1,400 quid O&O nearest offer, right? And then underneath, right, there's a little asterisk. Right, it says, this is actually a pig.
Yeah, oh Christ! This is how
they get you like that.
I had the same thing. I wanted some apparatus to get Margaret into the bath. Yeah. You go in Dalton's Weekly, brand new orthopaedic swing that gets her across into the bath. I spent £375 on this thing. Anyway, next time, all excited. She hasn't washed for ages. She stinks, right? She will stink. She does stink. Anyway, so knock on the door. I'm going, Margaret, come on, get your things all ready, you know.
It's arrived.
It's arrived. She's got all her washing gear. She's got all her hair done up, and she's got. I bought her some Radox and everything. Okay. Anyway, it comes. What comes? Half a Twix. Half a Twix, a bloke delivering it. I said, what the fuck is this? I said, I was expecting an orthopaedic swing that puts my wife in the bath. She's got a bad back. He goes, no, if you look at the small print, it's an asterisk. He goes, actually half an eaten Twix. Anyway, I got up in the bath.
But that's what they do.
She sat on it, squashed over her bum. And then I tried to lift it up with this Twix.
And you made a noise going,
I did my best, and my hands right on
because
the
you didn't want to have to say to her it's half a Twix.
She said it.
Yeah, still, it's technology. It's new technology.
It's amazing what
new technology.
Anyway, Christ almighty, she was all naked. I had to lift her up with this squashed Twix under her left buttock, and then tip her in. And then it changed tone as it went over like,
and then took the strain.
It was terrible. I bought a Twix. I had to get Margaret. I was in bed.
Yes.
I had to squash it on the bottom and reach her over the bar.
Oh, Christ.
I'd done my back in and she farted. Jesus Christ.
It
wasn't a laugh. She got the bath. It was a farce. She farted on my hand.
Oh, she will do that.
And I tell you what.
Go on.
They didn't appeal to the laws of the land, did they? It was the small print.
Well, this is why I won't get nothing out of Dalton's Weekly no more.
Never. What did you get? I mean, the small print.
The small print, it's a small print, isn't it?
Yeah.
I says to them, I'll phone after this hi-fi, right?
I remember. Yeah.
And I says, I want to buy this hi-fi. You know,
Sansui, wasn't it?
Sansui, like CD player. So, you know, when you press eject on the tape machine, it comes really slow.
Really nice.
Slow eject. And it's extra mega bass on it. Like
yeah.
And all in, like, 500 quid.
Graphic equaliser.
Graphic equaliser. I go, I'll have some of that, you know. And I'll ring them up. I says, I'm after the Sansui, you know. And I say, all right, send the money. We'll bring it down tomorrow, like that. Yeah. Anyway, I send the money, and next day, knock on the door, bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, bang, bang.
And I says, I open the door, thinking of it's Miss Sansui. It's Daniel Day-Lewis standing there.
Ah, what do you fucking want?
And I says, what do you want? He says, you bought me for the day.
Oh, God. Well, he's a brilliant actor.
Well, he's a great actor, but he can't. No, he can't.
Impression?
I says, can you play music? And he went, not really, no. He says, I says, well, like, he says, yeah, but I says, I was buying a Sansui, you know.
Yeah.
And he went, have you checked that small print at the bottom of the Dalton's
Sure
Weekly?
enough,
and I looked down there, and it says Sansui, graphic equalisers, soft ejects, double extra bass, CD player, radio player, and then just right at the bottom, this little star, it says, this is actually Daniel Day-Lewis for half an hour.
Did he impersonate the...
He didn't do anything. He come in, right, and he sat down there, and he says, have you got any tea?
Yeah, that's how they talk.
I went, all right. And I gave me a little cup of tea, and I says, what are you up to today? He went, I'm going to go and make a sandwich later. He says, I says, right, okay. Yeah. And after that, I didn't really know what else to say to him, because I don't really know, much about him, and he had no interest in me whatsoever. So, I just left it at that. I just sat there and watched it and let the clock run down.
Well,
and then when he got half an hour, I said, so see you later, then I kicked him out. And that was the thing, is it? I thought I was buying. I thought I was buying a brand new Sansui. But then when you look at the small print, you think to yourself, wowee, how could I make such a mistake to think I was buying a hi-fi, when in fact I was buying an actor for about, 25 minutes. Couldn't get the end. Couldn't get the end of it.
I saw Daniel Day-Lewis. I didn't know that he was Jewish. He did a film called My Left Foot. I saw the other one. Goodness gracious, it wasn't off. A load of old talk about his right foot. Nothing wrong with his right foot. A fucking boring film.
Yeah, you just sat there.
I just sat there.
And so did the foot.
Yeah. As good as it is.
Oh, yeah.
Film.
Ran out of gas.
We ran out of something to run with film.
Ran out of puff.
But you had some
you got to be careful
film.
of the small print.
Of course you have.
I bought an island.
Oh, I remember Necker Island near where
I got landed with that. I thought I was buying a coffee. I went into the cafe and I bought the cafe. And they said that'll be $5 million, please.
Well, remember when
I said, whoa! I just want a cup of coffee. If you look at the small print on the blackboard there, you are buying an island.
Same with me. Do you remember before I met Margaret, I tried to buy that Thai bride? What happened? I got a lampstand. Well, I tried to dress it up. I plugged it in.
Shag it.
I tried to shag it. I took it down to meet my parents. My dad's like, what the fuck is this? It's a lampstand. I said, don't be so rude.
It's not. His name is Su Yin.
I said it's Su Yin, and don't be so culturally narrow. She's very nice, and my mum, being lovely, was like, oh no, please, to me,
you wish like a cup of tea.
A cup of tea. She couldn't have it because they're electric.
Pour it down the wood.
Gave me electric shock.
Yeah.
That's terrible. And he said, it's a standard lamp. I said, there's nothing
Nothing
standard about
standard.
her.
It's very
I
special.
love her. Very
Yeah.
special.
We thought getting her in the car is a problem, isn't it?
That is a
you
problem.
couldn't get her in the front seat.
Well, if I put the back down, but she made a lovely wife. She'd light up any room.
That's right. Very nice.
Except she was AC/DC, it turned out.
Oh dear, oh dear. Well, I think we've absolutely rinsed it today.
We've rinsed it, and we've not said anything too rude.
No, we've been very
respectful.
Very
of
respectful
cultures.
this time of culture, alien culture, and understanding. Yeah.
The Jews even got a mention.
They
at
did
one
get a mention,
stage,
that's
didn't they?
right. But with great respect.
With great respect for everyone. We love everyone.
Each and every one of you.
Each and every one of you.
We adore you, actually.
Well, we do adore you.
Oh, if you want to come and see Clinton Baptiste, then go to Clinton Baptiste. Got Tom. Got Tom.
Got comms.
And if you want to go and see Angelos Epifemiou on tour, then go to the internet and type in Angelos Epifemiou tour tickets, and Christ, you'll find them.
Can I just say that thank you to you guys who've stuck with us. If you're a Patreon, just you wait to what you're going to get.
You're going to get something special soon.
Get something special tonight. So, look, we'll be back next week, won't we?
Yeah.
Yes!
Big time.
Big time.
Big time.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
And if Sue Lee's around...
just stand there and I'll be home soon.
I'll be home soon to turn you on.
Bye-bye.